With over half a century of dedicated service in the U.S. Air Force, the F-15 Eagle has become the ultimate symbol of air superiority. Today, we'll dive into its latest upgrade, the F-15EX. We'll explore the innovative enhancements engineered into this aircraft, how it sets itself apart from its predecessors, and why the Eagle II could be the most fearsome presence on the battlefield. Maintaining a robust military is vital to safeguarding a nation's sovereignty and its position on the global stage. The United States understands this better than anyone, so it consistently invests in its military industry. Russia and China are now frightened by these groundbreaking developments since they are getting left behind in the dust. Join us as we unravel the mysteries surrounding America's new Super F-15EX that shocked Russia and China. Boeing is currently developing the F-15EX, also known as the Eagle II, as the next-generation fighter aircraft for the U.S. Air Force. This aircraft represents the latest evolution of the F-15 Eagle mission design series and is an upgraded version of the fourth-generation F-15 fighter jet. The F-15EX stands out as the most advanced variant within the F-15 family, designed to excel in various roles, including multi-role, all-weather operations, and day and night missions. Previously, the F-15 Eagle had earned its place as a classic in military aviation, thanks to its proven track record in various conflicts in the Middle East, the Persian Gulf, Iraq, Libya, Yugoslavia, and other complex U.S. operations. When engineers at McDonnell Douglas developed the F-15 Eagle, their primary objective was total air superiority. This fighter wasn't designed with ground targets in mind, and some even jokingly referred to it as not a pound for air-to-ground, emphasizing its original focus solely on air-to-air engagements. The journey of the F-15 Eagle family began with the F-15A, a single-seat all-weather air superiority fighter that took its maiden flight in 1972. Between 1972 and 1979, a total of 384 of these aircraft were produced. One standout feature of the F-15A is its remarkable acceleration and maneuverability. It was the first U.S. fighter with engine thrust greater than its basic weight, allowing it to accelerate even during a vertical climb. This agility results from its powerful engine, lightweight design, and spacious wings. Following the F-15A came the F-15B, a twin-seat training version. It embarked on its maiden flight in 1973 and was delivered in November 1974. Like its predecessor, the F-15B was manufactured from 1972 to 1979, with 61 units delivered during that period. The F-15B continued to be a valuable asset, serving as a cost-effective tool for testing advanced propulsion concepts, crew training, pilot proficiency, and offering safety support for other research aircraft. Moving on, we have the F-15C, an upgraded single-seat, all-weather air superiority fighter that took its first flight and entered production in 1978. Between 1979 and 1985, an impressive 483 of these fighters were built. The F-15C played a significant role in various conflicts, notably in the Persian Gulf region during Operations Desert Shield and Desert Storm in August 1990. According to the USAF, F-15Cs achieved 34 confirmed kills of Iraqi aircraft during the 1991 Gulf War, with most of these victories attributed to missile fire. There is also the F-15D, a two-seat improved training version that entered production in 1979, conducting its first flights in 1978. A total of 92 of these aircraft were built until 1985. The F-15D is the combat trainer counterpart to the F-15C with its radar optimized for air-to-air missions. Like the F-15C, F-15D fighters were deployed in the air superiority role in the Persian Gulf region during Operations Desert Shield and Desert Storm. A Japanese license produced a version nearly identical to the F-15C too. It's called the F-15J. It is a twin-engine, all-weather air superiority fighter produced under license by Mitsubishi Heavy Industries. From 1981 to 1997, a total of 163 F-15Js were delivered. This fighter has indigenous electronic warfare equipment, including upgraded electronic countermeasures and advanced infrared search and track systems. These enhancements enable the Mitsubishi F-15J to carry beyond visible range air-to-air missiles. significantly boosting its capabilities. There is even another one called F-15DJ, which is a Japanese license-produced version too. It closely resembles the F-15D two-seat trainer. The main distinctions lie in the electronic countermeasures, radar warning systems, and nuclear equipment of the F-15DJ. From 1981 to 1997, a total of 50 F-15DJs were delivered. Notably, the indigenous JALQ-8 replaced the AN-ALQ-135 internal countermeasures system, and the JAPR-4 took the place of the AN-ALR-56 radar warning receiver. There are so many other variants of the F-15 Eagle, like the F-15NC Eagle, F-15E Strike Eagle, and F-15SE Silent Eagle. With over 100 victories and not a single defeat, these jets rightfully earned their status as one of the most successful and iconic fighters of our time. Thanks to a highly effective radar system, one of their essential functions was detecting airborne adversaries at the maximum possible range. In fact, F-15 pilots could engage enemy aircraft before visually spotting them, although practical considerations like confirming the presence of a real threat and the complexities of war necessitated visual confirmation before engaging in actual aerial combat. The F-15's radar also measures a substantial 64 feet in length and 43 feet in width, several times wider than a tennis court. The aircraft derives its power from two engines working in tandem, providing it with an additional power reserve not found in its single-engine counterpart, the F-16. However, the different variants of the F-15 still had to get better. The F-15EX was initially intended to replace a fleet of 211 single-seat F-15Cs, which had an average age of 35 years, and 23 two-seat F-15D aircraft. However, it's worth noting that the original F-15A has been retired for quite some time. In addition to the mentioned fighters, the Air Force also operates 218 two-seat F-15E Strike Eagles. The F-15X project has been in the works since 2018, and in 2020, the U.S. Department of Defense placed an order for the first 8 of these promising fighters, costing $1.2 billion. Surpassing the Air Force's initial expectations, the project led to an additional order of 12 more Eagle IIs at $1.27 billion. With $133.5 million allocated for preliminary purchases related to future aircraft, and an extra $159.8 million designated for research and development. In February 2021, the Eagle II conducted its maiden flight from Boeing Airfield in St. Louis to Eglin Air Force Base in Florida, accompanied by its older siblings, the F-15C Eagle and F-15E Strike Eagle. This order marked the first purchase of F-15S by the U.S. Air Force since 2001. That year, the U.S. began exporting these legendary fighters to countries like Israel, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, South Korea, and Qatar, which continue to acquire them till date. Interestingly, the Eagle II was born as a modification of the F-15QA fighter, designed for the Qatar Air Force, and the F-15SA, created for customers in Saudi Arabia. It comes equipped with an upgraded set of sensors and improved digital cockpits featuring flat-screen technology, an enhanced APG-82 electronic scanning radar, and the Eagle passive active warning system, all of which significantly enhance the aircraft's overall survivability compared to its predecessors. F-15EX pilots will particularly appreciate the Joint Helmet Mounting Cueing System 2, or JHMCS-2, which allows them to target onboard weapons at enemy threats without aggressive maneuvering precisely. The helmet-mounted head-up display provides real-time data on the aircraft and weapon systems, reducing pilot workload. Additionally, the aircraft is equipped with a powerful ADCP-2 onboard computer, a 19 by 10-inch HD touchscreen, and a second screen in the back seat for potential co-pilots, even though most missions will likely have a single pilot. Currently, the Air Force plans to acquire 114 F-15EX aircraft, with the possibility of increasing that number to 200 in the future. The estimated cost of the entire program is approximately $22.9 billion. One noteworthy achievement in the aircraft's avionics is the Open Mission Systems, or OMS, architecture, which features advanced combat control systems. This modular design enables quick integration of the latest aviation technology, ensuring the platform remains relevant for decades. OMS also enhances the fighter's autonomy, allowing it to operate independently of the global cloud network and reconnect as needed. The F-15EX is powered by two F-110 GE-129 engines, each providing 29,000 feet of thrust. This configuration makes the aircraft faster, more agile, and more responsive. With the ability to reach speeds up to Mach 2.5, it surpasses not only Russian Su-57S of Mach 2, but also American 5th-generation fighters like the F-35 Lightning II, which flies at a speed of Mach 1.6. Regarding armament, the F-15EX is set to become one of the world's most heavily armed fighters. It boasts 12 points of attachment for air-to-air missiles and 15 points for air-to-ground missiles, potentially allowing for a maximum combat load of 13 tons. The fighter also has an impressive capability, being able to carry 22 AIM-9X Sidewinder and AIM-120D AMRAAM missiles, with a range of up to 180 kilometers. This stands out when compared to its fifth-generation counterpart, the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter, which can only carry 4 AMRAAM missiles in its internal storage compartment. These two aircraft will likely work together in tandem, with the F-35 discreetly detecting enemy fighters and then the F-15EX engaging them with its formidable arsenal. Regarding flight hours, the Eagle II exceeded the F-35 Lightning II with 20,000 hours against 8,000 hours respectively. However, the main argument put forth by U.S. authorities in favor of the F-15EX was its cost and projected operating and maintenance expenses. Although the new F-15EX costs $87.7 million, comparable to the fifth-generation F-35 fighter, averaging $78 to $79 million per unit, it comes out ahead in terms of cost per flight hour. Despite Lockheed Martin's efforts, the F-35 still incurs about $38,000 per flight hour, while the F-15EX's flight hour costs range from $27,000 to about $29,000. Lockheed claims it will reduce the price to $25,000 per flight hour by 2025. But by then, the F-15EX hour cost may also decrease significantly, once again putting these two models in competition before budget officials. The only significant drawback of the Eagle II in comparison to fifth-generation fighters is its lack of stealth technology. While it lacks stealth capabilities, it excels in specific mission profiles, contributing to national defense and international airspace law enforcement. Understanding the complexities of international airspace boundaries, particularly the distinction between Flight Information Regions and Air Defense Identification Zones, or ADZs, is essential. ADZs are areas where a nation enforces identification and control of aircraft for national security reasons, typically using ground radar and fighter jets. Moreover, military experts increasingly see stealth as a costly burden for aircraft purchases, flight hours, and maintenance, which ultimately burdens American taxpayers. From this perspective, the F-15X might embody the saying that everything old is new again. In November 2022, the aircraft underwent acoustic testing, which included ground and in-flight assessments to update noise level predictions and models for areas where the F-15EX will be stationed and operated. Notably, in January 2023, two F-15EX also demonstrated an expanded missile carriage capacity, accommodating 12 air-to-air missiles compared to the 8 air missile capacity of the F-15. The successful missile launches from missile stations named Station 1 and Station 9 validated their safe deployment from these stations. These immense capabilities of the F-15EX have shocked countries like Russia and China since their fighter jets cannot handle it. For example, the Su-35 is among the most upgraded jet fighters in the Russian military air defense system, second only to the Su-57, yet it can't compare with Eagle II. Initially known as the Su-27M, this jet took its maiden flight in 1988 and later adopted the Su-35 name. Mass production began in 2007, and as of now, they've produced a total of 139 units. The AL-31 engine system powers the Su-35, capable of delivering 74.6 kilonewtons of thrust, which can be cranked up to 122.6 kilonewtons with an afterburner. These engines weigh around 1,520 kilograms. In some newer versions of the Su-35, they've equipped it with the AL-41 engines, producing a whopping 86.3 kilonewtons of thrust. On the other hand, the F-15EX relies on General Electric F-110 GE-129 engines, as we mentioned, churning out 130 kilonewtons of thrust, and with an afterburner that goes up to 145 kilonewtons. These engines weigh around 1,780 kilograms. In terms of power-to-weight ratio without afterburner, the F-110 comes in at 7.29, while the AL-31 stands at 5.49. So when it comes to engines, the F-15EX has the edge. Given the stronger engines, it's no surprise that the F-15EX is capable of higher speeds. It can reach a maximum speed of Mach 2.5, making it one of the fastest jet fighters globally. The Su-35, on the other hand, tops out at Mach 2.25. However, both aircraft can break the sound barrier without afterburner, a feature known as supercruising. When it comes to weight and payload, the Su-35 has an empty weight of 19,000 kilograms and a maximum takeoff weight of 34,500 kilograms, allowing it to carry up to 15,000 kilograms. The F-15EX, thanks to its powerful engines, boasts an empty weight of 14,500 kilograms and a maximum takeoff weight of 37,000 kilograms, enabling it to carry up to 22,500 kilograms or 7.5 tons more than the Su-35. Talking about range, the F-15EX has a range of 2,200 kilometers, while the Su-35 covers a distance of 1,600 kilometers. Regarding the climb rate, the Su-35 reaches 280 meters per second, but the F-15EX's exact climb rate has yet to be disclosed. It won't be shocking to learn it can do better than the Su-35 in that regard too, though. One crucial aspect of fighter jets is their radar systems, acting as their eyes in the sky. The F-15X is equipped with a radar system that offers extended range and improved multi-target tracking. The Su-35, on the other hand, boasts the Urbis-E radar, capable of detecting 30 targets simultaneously and locking onto 8 targets at a range of 400 kilometers. Both aircraft have an average of 1.5 square meters, making them quite comparable in this aspect. It's only when it comes to maneuverability that the Su-35 takes the crown. It can easily perform the Cobra maneuver, a feat not many aircraft can achieve. Still, we can see that the F-15EX holds the upper hand in several aspects, putting Russia on its tiptoes. China is not left out of this struggle either. Indonesia is even taking steps to bolster its air force by acquiring 24 F-15EX fighter jets from the United States. This move is part of Jakarta's broader efforts to modernize its aging air force and enhance its defense capabilities, especially in the face of potential challenges from China in the Natuna Islands, located at the southern edge of the South China Sea. The acquisition of this jet will be a good move since the U.S. had China in mind during the creation of the F-15EX. Because China's J-16 claims to carry 12 missiles, the U.S. Air Force aims to double the munitions capacity of Eagle II, achieving overmatch. Additionally, the F-15X will be able to carry unconventionally sized munitions, including hypersonic missiles that can reach up to 22 feet in length and weigh around 7,000 pounds each. This surpasses the capabilities of stealth aircraft, as it doesn't rely on internal hardpoints required for stealth. In fact, the F-15EX is expected to have the highest weapons payload of any fighter jet globally. The J-16 fighter aircraft happens to represent a significant part of China's air military capabilities. It's all about versatility and extended range, packed with cutting-edge technologies designed to elevate its performance on various battlefronts. One standout feature of the J-16 is its modern avionics system, featuring a highly advanced AESA radar system. This radar can detect and track targets over a broader range, providing pilots with a more precise understanding of the battlefield and supporting pinpoint weapon launches. This aircraft also has potent ground attack capabilities. It can carry various precision weapons, including cruise missiles and smart bombs, offering flexibility in executing missions across land, sea, or air. Moreover, it's equipped with advanced automated pilot assistance systems, including fly-by-wire technology. This feature makes aircraft control more manageable and precise, ultimately reducing the pilot's workload and allowing them to focus on critical tactical tasks. In terms of combat prowess, the J-16 shines with strong air-to-air capabilities, boasting a variety of long and short-range missile weapons. This versatility equips the aircraft to engage in long-range dogfights and maintain air superiority. The J-16 represents an impressive amalgamation of advanced technologies within a single platform. This gives China a heightened capability to carry out a wide range of military missions, from aerial combat to precision ground strikes. We can still recognize the J-16's strengths, even though it's not on par with the Eagle II. One key takeaway from the live fire tests this new American fighter jet underwent is that it proves to be a formidable long-range standoff weapon system, as highlighted by Captain Max Tendon, the team's lead test engineer. It can engage targets from a significantly extended range, surpassing any other fighter in the U.S. Air Force's arsenal. Its incredible speed also allows for rapid responses to intercept enemy aircraft, which is crucial in scenarios like the recent incident involving a Chinese J-16 interceptor and a U.S. military reconnaissance plane. Naturally, the F-15EX comes with a better processor, a new fly-by-wire system, and an advanced electronic warfare suite as well. Initially, the plan was for the F-22 to replace the aging F-15, but budget constraints forced the U.S. Air Force to change course. Instead of buying more F-22s, they opted for new and upgraded F-15Xs. Surprisingly, this decision seems to be paying off, as the F-15EX boasts features that outshine many other fighter jets in the skies today. The 142nd Wing in Portland will have the honor of being the first operational unit to operate this aircraft. Meanwhile, the 173rd Fighter Wing is getting ready to take on the role of the formal training unit for the F-15EX in 2024. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click on the link appearing on your screen right now. It will lead you to another of our interesting videos and you'll enjoy it too. See you there.